Smack. Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome to Smack.
The rugby podcast from the fans, for the fans.
Game 1. Done.
What did I say?
What happened? They thought they had it all sewn up, didn't they?
Is it wrong to be sitting here right now with you, Gareth, and to be feeling like, yeah, what are you talking about? Of course we were going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
Yep. You said when you watched the Rugby Pass coverage about the South African commentators being flabbergasted, I watched a bunch of South African media things over here, and I could not believe how they thought that was basically an impossibility, like that was never going to happen. I wonder, have they been away? It's like the Lost Boys from Peter Pan from Neverland and Hook. He's been away so long he's forgotten everything. Have they been out of the Super Rugby competition that long that they've forgotten about New Zealand rugby and the All Blacks? I mean, are they on another planet?
I don't know.
Who did they think they were playing? We're not Ireland. It's not Argentina.
I don't know what's going on in South Africa with these guys, but mate, I just feel like maybe they think the sun shines out their ass a little bit.
I mean, I'm starting to think
that.
And
it has, sure. Like, they've been a fucking good team for a long, long time, these guys.
Yeah.
Never been bad, really. But, mate, like, it was just shockers. A bit too cocky, I think. I think that's what... And I see that from the likes of Razzie Erasmus. He's an ego man. You got to admit it. Like, even though he says the right things at the right times quite a lot. He's a cocky boy. Not a boy. He's a man. He's a man.
He's a man.
He's an old man.
He's a man, all right, mate.
He's a man, all right. Yeah. I shouldn't be calling him a boy. That's
come on, you
Sorry,
calling him a boy?
Me.
Jesus Christ.
No, he's a bit of a egomaniac, man, and I feel like he's made a couple of errors there, and he's owning them.
We've said maybe he's a little bit crazy, old Russie.
Mate,
I
and
think
also
his marbles are gone long ago.
Like you say, over here in the stateside, I get the Rugby Pass, which is World Rugby website, gives us the coverage, and whoever is the home team, that's the commentary that you watch. I was watching South African commentary. Mate, these guys, they just had no idea what was going on. They were just like, when Justin Marshall, God rest his soul, not God rest his soul, he's still alive.
He's not dead, mate.
He's dead to me.
He isn't.
I mean,
he looks a little rough around the edges sometimes.
I love him.
But,
I love him, Justin. But he can be a little bit
alive.
He can be a little bit annoying at times. He's got his own little isms and his razzle dazzles and what have you. And he's become he's become a bit of a staple in the New Zealand commentary. But mate, no matter who's doing well, as long as they're doing well, he's fucking yapping about it, and in a really energetic, great way.
Well, that's what a commentator should do, right?
Dude, these guys were just like, it was almost like there would be periods of 20 seconds where no one said anything because they just had nothing nice to say about the Springboks. They couldn't compliment the All Blacks and say how they were doing a great thing and actually shutting down the South African game. Yeah. They couldn't do it, mate.
Yeah.
All they were talking about was how the scrum was the best in the world and that they couldn't convert their scrum dominance into points. And what else? Oh, yeah, their dominance under the high ball couldn't be converted into points either. But, mate, there's two facets of the game.
Oh, mate.
If they're the only two things that you want to be good at, you need to sort your shit out.
I mean, that was the ultimate undoing, and it shows there's a lot of work for them to do because talk about putting your eggs in one basket, mate. I mean, what is the point of winning scrum penalties if you can't even win the one that matters the most? The only one that mattered on the 5 metre line.
But also they fluffed it. They didn't really. They tried a negative tactic, which was to milk another penalty, so that someone from the New Zealand TV gets sent off.
Scrum penalties are inherently a little bit like that, aren't they? They're a little bit negative. But also the point is, once you get that scrum penalty, when you actually get the rugby ball, you have to do something with the ball. That's how you play rugby. You got to take the ball and you got to do something with it. What are you going to do? I mean, they're very good at just working their way up in negative set pieces toward the line and then getting a little pushover or something.
Yeah.
It's so boring. And when it failed, I don't know if I've seen a bigger, more important, influential turning point in a match than that scrum at 53, 54 minutes, whenever it was.
And look what it did to us, man. Like, it turned
incredible.
us into a completely different beat. We didn't lose a scrum after that.
Yeah.
And then what did it do to the South African team?
Well, they basically went, oh, fuck, our secret weapon, our armour has just been stripped away, and they had no other answer.
They started doing silly things, like they started getting a little bit cynical. They got two people sent off for shitty little things that you should never fucking do when you're at this level of the game. Yeah. You should never put your team under that much pressure by doing stupid little shitty little things like that.
Well, and Cobus Reinach, trust him to be the guy that does it as well. Hey, mate, can I just talk quickly on that turning point? Now, I don't know.
This is the scrum you're talking about.
Right? Yeah, this is the scrum around 53, 54 minutes.
Is this the one that Justin Marshall basically shat his pants over?
It was amazing. I mean, the first amazing thing was his commentary going, "Come on, boys,
come on, boys.
As an 8, push as an 8." Like, it was like he sort of, telekinesis went through them and willed them on. And on that,
is that some kind of rugby voodoo shit that he's done there?
Yeah, he had a dole. He had 8 dolls of the South African forwards up there, and he just started putting pins in them in his little commentary booth. Now, that turning point, I don't know if this is responsible and whether people will look back on this and think this was played a huge part in it, but Eben Etzebeth taking off his boots.
Oh, yeah, he lost the sprig, didn't he?
Changing his boots around, or his sprigs, or whatever it was.
He lost the front sprig on his left foot.
In that 3 or 4 minutes, I wonder whether he'll look back and go, fuck, because something happened in that New Zealand huddle. I don't know whether it was Artie or one of the other leaders. Granted, Taylor went off and Omua came on, and we had the full new front row of Newell, Omua and Bauer. But someone must have said in that huddle, boys, we're not losing another fucking scrum. Like, we have to get together. And maybe that's what Marshall spotted on the sideline and was like, okay, there's got to be a change here. But something happened in that little break that gave us a breather, and suddenly, like you said, we were on from that point. That that they ultimately cynically screwed the scrum, but we had their number then. Mate, it was good.
Yeah,
you could just feel it.
It was the mental turning point from then on as well. This is why I love having Gilbert there, because I feel like he has galvanized everyone mentally, so that when something like that happens, I mean, the South Africans obviously crumbled a little bit there, because 2 minutes later we're down their end of the park, winning another scrum, because we didn't lose another scrum after Omua came on. I do think that it was a huge difference.
It was a huge difference.
Obviously,
Cody was struggling, whatever it was, with that hook. Even after Newell and Bauer came on, he was still struggling,
and also we had De Groot as well, who apparently was up all night with the shit spews. Well. He ate out of the wrong bain marie. He did on Thursday. Well, it really came and bit him in the ass.
Basically,
Friday night.
He had the option of chicken, beef, and prawns, and he still went for the fucking prawns. Apparently,
he went for chicken, beef, and prawns.
He went for all. He's that guy who's got to have everything. Yeah. He is the definition of smorgasbord, he's got to have it all.
Yeah.
It was, it was what a mental turning point. And doesn't it have all the hallmarks of the greatest All Blacks teams that we've seen, which is when you're up against the wall and things are not going your way, especially in the second half, you find this extra little 10% of willingness to change, extra 2%. And I mean, how many games, if you look back at some of the great wins in South Africa that we've talked about before on this pod, Richie McCaw through the middle of the line out, things like that, we've stolen it from a seemingly better team on the day, and that's All Black DNA, isn't it?
Yeah, but mate, you can't tell me that with that performance that we weren't the better team on the day.
No, actually,
South Africa had, I reckon, probably about 10 minutes in that first half, maybe 20, where they were fucking ruthless and brutal, and we were going backwards. But, I mean, we were never really 12-13 at half time. They never really put us like under the pump that much.
No, and
it was
and
more in the
regret
middle of
that.
the park.
Yeah,
but I mean, surely they're going to turn that around and hopefully get some more points. But
well, it's interesting. The pundit said, one of the pundits goes, we went in 12-13 up. He goes, we went in and I was sure that we were going to come out and we were absolutely going to dominate them, even though it didn't show on the scoreboard. And I was like, why? Why did you think that? What about that performance made you think that the Springboks were going to get one up over this All Blacks team? It's so bizarre.
It's kind of like
that they were seeing that we weren't.
They spent all that energy in the first half, and it just didn't give them enough fruit. And then they just didn't have enough to back it up in the second.
Which is so common for South Africa, I think. They often just waste a whole lot of energy. I mean, there were some players that were amazing. Jasper Wiese, obviously an absolute beast.
Yeah.
What a beast of a player. There were a couple of them that were great. The rest were decidedly average, I thought.
I mean, they're athletes, right? And they are physically, always been a lot stronger and more physical than the All Blacks. And I don't remember who this was. I think you said that maybe it was Monsieur Tony Brown.
Tony Brown.
Who said the South Africans know how to produce the best athletes on the rugby field, but New Zealand has always produced the best rugby players, and that fucking showed, man. Jesus Christ. Like, the innovation, the mental smarts, like the ability to adapt, the ability to change the game mentally and physically and just take it away from them was fucking phenomenal.
And the multi-skill, like New Zealand had 5 different people that kicked the ball. South Africa had 3. We actually kicked the ball more than South Africa. But that tactical kicking, I mean, you can think of Geordie Barrett, Quintu Pires, 50-22. There were Roygaard just pushing all the way down the field with his kicks. It was really smart play,
But you got to look at
really smart play.
2 of the best tries that we scored, that Josh Morby and then Jordan scored, were amazing offloads from loose forwards from the All Blacks, Ardie Savea and Tupou Vai. Tupou Vai putting Morby across like with a fucking insane little inside pass, and then Ardie with a big fucking arcing over the top. I mean, that's phenomenal. Like that shit, you're never going to see that from the South African loosies, I don't think.
And the stats, there was a really interesting stat that I saw Egg Chasers talking about, which was South Africa carry the ball more than they pass it, and New Zealand pass the ball more than they carry it. The stats are almost the opposite. And you could see it, like the willingness to spread the ball wide compared to South Africa just wanting to run it up the guts. I think South Africa are going to have to try and combat and find a different way to move that ball around the field, because our ability to just get it to the channels on the outside, they can't compete with that. We said it. We ran them a bit ragged,
The thing is, though, Matt, the thing that everyone's saying that South Africa's going to come back and they're going to be a better team and they're going to...
Well, no doubt. Surely. They have to.
But, mate, we've got no secrets. Dave Rennie has laid everything out on the table. He's basically told us who's going to be playing 2 weeks before they get selected. And bar a few injuries and a few little things that come up here and there, he's been pretty true to his word. There's been no surprises. That's why I feel like I knew exactly what was going to happen in the weekend. Whereas South Africa are on the heels, man. They're having to try things because the shit that the plan that they had just didn't fucking work at all.
Yeah.
And so they're now
one
having
plan that they always have.
Yeah. They're now having to juggle and figure things out and be innovative. It's like, we're on this trajectory, man, and we're just going to keep doing what we're going to do. And Dave Rennie is just going to keep going down that line, and we're going to keep getting better and better the more time these guys spend together. Yeah. And the more continuity we get in positions. I think
100%, mate.
Although South Africa is going to come back, and no doubt they will, we're just going to get better.
Yeah, we are going to get better, and I'm not sure about your whitewash prediction, but certainly there is a big chance we could win in Cape Town this weekend, which if we do, is a bit of a home game for New Zealand.
If we do, it's all over, mate.
Oh, mate, if South Africa get pipped again, it's going to be hard for them to come back from that. My question is, during the press conferences, flabbergasted at our ability to shut them down, what did they think we were going to do? what did they think we were going to do? Just sort of fold into a crumpled heap?
Well, I guess
and let
they
them
think
steamroll over us.
I think they think that they're that good at that part of the game that they haven't seen an opposition that can actually shut it down.
Which is so unusual considering the games we've played against them over the last wee while. We beat them in Ellis Park a few years ago. We nearly won the World Cup final against them. It's so unusual that they would think so delusionally about that. I mean, it kind of flabbergasted me that they were so surprised. I still can't get over it. But there you go. They've had a bit of a rude awakening, which we did say they were going to have a little bit of a wake-up call, and there it is. Well, yeah. I think this has actually made the Test series really interesting.
100%.
Like, because now everyone's going into these other games going, well, who knows?
And you know what? First step complete. We've taken the first game. And also, what I really love is that we've also taken the number 1 ranking back. And you know what? That's going to really fuck off the South African fans.
They are. And it's going to give
South African players. It's going to give them...
It's going to fuck off the players. It's going to give them something, certainly, to try and play for.
But
which is
you know what, mate?
That's what you want.
No, they need a little humbling. I think this is where I'm at.
They needed it.
Okay, so Dealende had his 100th game in the weekend, and I want to know because I think isn't who's got a 100th game this weekend? Is it De Villiers maybe?
No, Andre Pollard? No, he's well over.
No. Steph Dutoit maybe?
Is he? Steph Dutoit? Is he?
Yes, I think so. I think
Has
someone
he not
else
played
has got
100?
Maybe. Let's just have a look. I'm pretty sure someone else has got the 100, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
In the weekend, Dealende came out and they put the lights down. They had fireworks going. Basically, his whole extended family ran out with him. I mean, it was just a bit over the top, mate. Like, I feel like they're dining out on it. And you know how they have this, like...
Was it his extended family, or was it just his wife?
Nah, it's his wife and, like, at least 7 kids running out there.
7 kids, like the Von Trapps.
Exactly,
They all came out
like,
in their little curtains.
I think he's only got a couple of kids, but, mate, they brought their friends along and a couple of cousins as well, just like, you know. Like, they're on the braai on Wednesday, and, like, he's sort of announced what's going to happen, and everyone's like, can I come too?
Can I come? And he goes, hey, there is a limit. Yeah. And then he's like, and then he had to call up the management team, and he goes, hey, guys, I need to bring about 10, 11 people. And they're like, oh, mate, that's a lot of people to fit in that tunnel. And he's like, it's my 100th. He's like, oh, okay. Okay, mate. All right, mate. All right, just this once.
But also, he was out like 2 minutes before everyone else as well. Like, it was a big old time.
They were probably allowing time unless the kids walked slow, you know.
And I don't know. I know James Slipper really dined out on his retirement.
Like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, like 15 times he had a little celebration, but always after the game. To James's credit, sure, he might have had a couple of steps ahead of the team once. But, mate, he was definitely celebrating after the game with a few words and a few quiets, you know?
Oh,
he wasn't making a song and dance at the start of a fucking Rivals tour before the anthems and everything.
No, they love the fanfare. I mean, and rightly so. It's a massive show, this rivalry tour. Like, they're really putting it on over there in South Africa, right? But they also
mate,
they also knew
Wait.
They thought, okay, what?
What? So this is the other thing that just irrationally annoyed me.
Okay, go.
I love
these little
You know how they've got this jet flyover, which is obviously pretty cool.
2.
They got the jump rope. Yeah, someone's gone, you know what's better than one jet?
2 jets.
2 jets. 2 jets. Why? Mate. Why do you need 2 jets? Just have the one jet. It's a great thing.
To be honest, it's actually bloody impressive that they can get these jets just flying over and so low. I'm like, this is amazing. Where are the aviation rules in South Africa? They're clearly non-existent. I love it.
But whose call was it to go, we're going to go 2? We're going to go 2 jets.
Russie's gone. Russie calls up the airline and goes, I want 2 jets. Oh, so Russie, we've actually got quite a few bookings over this month. We kind of need our fleet at full capacity. It's like 2 jets now, and they go, yes, Russie. It's like when Russie put out a call on social media to be quiet during the haka. Did you see that?
Oh, I love it. Lovely, respectful.
And everyone, it was lovely, respectful, but everyone was like, yes, Russie. Whatever you say, Russie.
He's
really
playing God a little bit.
They respect Russie, man. He's
like,
like
where
whatever
does this,
Russie. If Russie
where does
says
this
jump,
end?
you go how high, you know?
Exactly. Where does this end? Where does he's got the power? The power that man has. He can't do any wrong.
He can't. Well, no, he can't. And it's not his fault, hey? It's not his fault when they lose, is it? Although, we've got to say, it's pretty evident Rennie absolutely out-coached Russie, didn't he? Rennie
100%.
out-coached Russie. He had his number. The ripping of the ball thing was really interesting.
Yeah.
Russie saying that they didn't expect the All Blacks to rip the ball in the tackle. I think he mind-gamed
it's a skill.
Russie.
It's a skill thing.
Mind-gamed him.
We've got all these, like, so many different facets of our game that we can focus on and like employ, you know? The handling, the kicking, it's like everything. And it didn't all come off for us. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing that South Africa should be worried about.
I know, they should be. And just before anyone listening, just to be clear, we're not being cocky and arrogant when we're saying these things. What we're saying is that when we talk about the skills that the All Blacks had in display is just how underestimated and downtrodden people were on the All Blacks prior to this game. Almost talking about them as if they were a once has-been side of people that have never played the game of rugby before. I think that's what we're talking about, right? I think we're just a little bit glad that we showed them who they're actually messing with, which is the fucking All Blacks, bro. Look at that side. Geordie, Damien, you know, it's incredible. Like the players that they've got in that team. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the
I'm
players
glad
are one thing, mate.
They got their comeuppance.
I'm looking at Dave.
The coaching team.
I'm looking at
Neil.
Tana. I'm looking at Neil.
Mike. Yeah.
I'm looking at fucking Gilbert. I'm looking at Ted. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
These guys are like, they're not to be fucked with.
No.
Like, I reckon they could have an 80% worse team than someone and still pull off some sort of upset with that amount of talent that isn't even putting on the boots, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing. And it's all those leaders they've got in the team too that clearly make a difference. I mean, look, Beauden Barrett and Richie Mo'unga are starting against the Lions, which is amazingly exciting.
I've got a question for you. This game against the Lions tomorrow.
Can't believe they're playing it. It's crazy.
Do you think there's anyone in that 23 that it's going to make the starting lineup for against the Springboks in the second test?
Well, yeah, Peter Luckeye.
You think? He may be 23.
Yeah.
I don't think
he
was
there. Well, he was there. No, but I think he played well when he came on, and I think they'll put him back. We'll probably see him back on the bench. I got to say, I do consider. I wonder whether they should put Tupou Vai back into lock.
No, mate.
Fabian.
No.
You don't think so?
He was phenomenal. He was phenomenal at 6.
He was phenomenal at lock when he had to go there as well for the second half.
And when was that? That was
the
second half. No,
I'm just think it might be an interesting strength in the scrum.
I like having 2 flankers on the bench.
You think they're going to bring Darry in to go with Holland?
Well, do you think Josh Lord's out?
He is out.
He's gone.
Yeah, he can't play the test as far as I'm aware. Yeah. He's gone because of his head knock. Yeah.
And is that the same as De Groot?
De Groot, yep, gone.
Both gone.
Yeah. That's why they've called in those. They've called in the others.
I didn't realise.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
so friendly fire. So the only people that got injured are from our own fucking team.
Well, yeah, and De Groot looks like it was obviously the head knock, but also, you know, he had an illness as well. No, quite seriously, I wonder if Vai should go into lock and they should bring. And you don't think so?
You got Paddy, you've got Fabian, you've got Darry.
I don't know.
I like him there, man.
I love Vi at 6, but I also do think he plays very well from lock. He still plays his expansive running rugby that he's... I mean, you're not going to change his DNA.
You get a bit more freedom on the side of the scrum, though, wouldn't you? You get a bit more running. I think he's just he's a better athlete.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe I'd like to see that option. He goes to lock, you bring in someone like where the fuck is Satiti gone?
Yeah, well, he's playing against the Lions, right?
But he's just, I mean...
Well, he's just been outplayed by the likes of Signer. And
so I would love to see him have a huge game tomorrow and play his way back into the team.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be good.
What I would love. That's probably one thing that I'm excited about seeing.
Another thing about Vi as well, though, is that you're getting extra size and brute strength with him
on the field at the same time.
On the field at the time when the South Africans predictably are going to bring their most punishing rugby, running and defensively, as in the first 20 minutes. They just try and smash people off the field.
Yeah.
They try and get that head start.
I'm interested to see, obviously we want to fix the scrum so that we don't play for 50 minutes with those issues. Do you start Fletcher and Bauer? And what's your combo? I'd quite like to see them give Taylor another shot with, say, Newell and Bauer, and then maybe bring on the Hurricanes front row of Lomax, Omua, Numia. I wonder whether they should pair people together that have played together before.
Losing de Groot's going to leave a bit of a hole. But
it is.
You've got people to fill that gap.
Oh, mate, absolutely, yeah.
What did he do, mate, on that overseas tour in 2024?
You're going all the way back there. But he turned it around after that because he was on the outer, right? Remember?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Razor
didn't select him for 6
months.
I
mean, let's look. God rest Razor's
what did he
soul,
do, mate?
Because
what did he do over there in Europe?
Sydney Swans. Got a prosy.
Oh, come on,
no, mate. He probably had a drinking session where he took a fucking dozen beers back to his hotel room and stayed up all night playing gaming, and someone found out and he got punished or something.
He probably got drunk and urinated on the gates of Buckingham Palace.
Even though he was nowhere near Buckingham Palace, he took a cab,
mate. He got
all the way down to the gates and then pissed on the gates.
He got a black cab, and then he also soiled the black cab as well, and he got a massive fine for the All Blacks management.
Yeah, it's like £200 for a soiling.
For a soiling, those black cabs. Yeah, mate, they don't fuck around.
They're kept in pristine condition, those drivers.
Yeah,
you don't want to fuck them off. They'll be like, what are you doing? You're shitting in my cab.
Yeah, and he did shit in the cab. That's what I mean by soiling.
Yeah, mate, we know what you were hinting at. You're saying that Ethan de Groot shat in a cab and pissed on the fence of the Queen's
susceptible.
Palace.
He's susceptible to stomach issues with incorrect dietary situations.
Don't give him too much gravy.
Yeah, don't give him too much lamb. Don't give him too many prawns. It just plays havoc.
It's so good.
He doesn't like it spicy. Mate, he probably went down to Brick Lane, got himself a curry and a couple of singers. Oh, no, what do they have?
Yeah.
No, kingfishers, sorry.
Couple of singers. Couple of
kingies.
Couple of kingies. He did. Couple of kingies and a tikka masala.
Yeah,
and it just came out the other end.
No, I think he went
Rogan Josh.
I think he went when in Rome. I want a vindaloo.
And that was his undoing. That was his mistake. Yeah. Like literally his undoing. Like it all just unzipped and
yeah. It's like they've tapped his butt.
If we're going to briefly talk about the selections again, then we're not changing a single person in that back line, are we?
I don't think so.
They played bloody well. Played bloody well. Damien, yeah, I love seeing him at the back
little
touches,
mate. But he was pretty quiet for a while, like
but he got unleashed a couple of times.
He only injected himself into the game when he was needed. He didn't force
as
the
he
issue,
does
which is
very
great.
well. Yeah. They all played bloody well. Jordan Morby's just great. He just slots in there. He does his job. It's great. He's at times people have called him a bit of a Jordan. At times he sort of I kind of see a bit of Izzy Dag. I get flashes of Izzy Dag from
reckon?
time to time with him. Yeah, because he's similar, right? He's a fullback winger. He has sort of similar style to him. I get this little flash. You don't get a flash of that?
No, I get a flash of Corey Jane.
Do you?
Solid decision maker, smart rugby player, always in the right place.
Even better.
Fullback to wing situation with old Corey Jane. I remember him playing for the Hurricanes in Wellington Lions with his big dreadlocks down to his mid-back.
Yeah. Oh God, do we what the memories. Yeah, that's a considering everything was all at sea with Robertson in that backline. They were passing it to nowhere. Isn't it amazing that how they've just changed that? The depth on the attack. It's beautiful to watch. It's beautiful to watch. It's like we've found the lineup there. It's amazing.
I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a big like defensive shift. I think this is the only thing that I was worried about with the All Blacks game.
You didn't think the defence was on song? It was pretty good, mate.
It was
They didn't score a single try in the second half.
But I think what's going to happen is if we let that many tackles slip, because they broke the line a fair few times.
They did, but the tackles count was pretty good. They had more line breaks, but
that's what I mean. But I feel like they were pretty decent line breaks that should have turned into points. So I feel like if we let them do that again, we might.
They've
be on the
got to
wrong
execute,
end.
don't they?
Yeah. So we've got to be a little bit better defensively, I think, and we'll have to be prepared for that.
I think we do, but we also had some pretty big shifts as well. We had a great held up ball down one end. We had Geordie Barrett stripping it off Malcolm Marx at the other end. I mean, there were some crucial clutch defensive plays, I would say, that basically I think we saved 2 tries on our own line. So I don't know. I think Tanner's doing a good job, whatever he's doing. But yes, I agree. There were a few little. They gave us the little slip.
What else do we need to improve on? You know, I just think overall, because it was a pretty well-rounded game. So overall, you just want to lift another sort of 5% on everything, right?
We spun it wide. We were heavy in contact. We kicked well.
We didn't get anyone sent off.
And we
were disciplined, which is good.
No, discipline was good. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was the scrum was the only point, and of course they're going to be practicing that. They know what they need to do there, right? They know they need to sort that out. Isn't it nice to just have one work on?
No, but they should. No, I think there's a few, mate. But they also shifted that. Let's not get cocky, mate.
Come on, mate. Remind yourself, mate.
But they shifted the scrum thing live during the game. You know, they turned that around.
Because it's great, because that's kind of what I was referring it, is that they go, well, we know we've got one major thing we need to fix in this game, and they did it. It was quite nice to just sort that out. The line out was a little sketchy at times too, but basically we just need to execute the set piece again as well as we can. We've got the domination, we've got the dominance all over the rest of the paddock. It's the set piece that South Africa will still be better at. That's their game. So we shouldn't forget about that, of course.
I just think they did. Yeah, you're right. I just think Razzie just underestimated us a little bit. Even in his press conferences leading up to game one, he didn't even know Omoa's name.
What?
He does now. He was like, "Oh, that reserve hooker's pretty good. He's a bit of a beast." It's like, mate, you don't even I bet he fucking knows his name now.
I wonder. It's like, I know South Africa's a long way away geographically, but yeah, have they zoned out? Have they gone too far away mentally? Because it's like, where have you been? Like, where have you been in the world of rugby? You just been playing around in your own backyard down there in the savannah, and the Serengeti.
I just feel like they've been doing all this, experimental shit as well, and this is what, Razzie's full of parlour tricks, He's got his little selection things. He loves,
he does.
bringing out his team selection on fucking, Monday,
No, I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it today.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, sure, mate, whatever. You do whatever you feel.
It's not even that, it's not even that impressive.
Yeah, cool.
What are you doing, mate? I'm going to name the team early.
Dave Rennie's been talking about how he's named his team fucking 3 months ago.
If you want a competition of naming your team first, it's already been won, mate. Don't pretend. Like, what are you doing? Go back to your brandy, you old coot. No, I do like Russie. I always liked Russie's energy. He's got an interesting little smile underneath it. His little press conference.
But exactly,
he's always polite. And then I think he gets in that dressing room and absolutely
100%. But I feel like this is our opportunity to bring him down a peg, and the whole South African rugby
100%.
Just to go, you know what, guys? This is who we fucking are, and we're not to be messed with anymore.
Just remind yourselves of who you're playing here, all right? Like we said, it's not Ireland, mate. This is not England. You're playing the All Blacks here, and that's why it's a great contest. And I'm glad that we're doing this tour. It's so good, mate. It's so
perfect timing,
good,
isn't it?
That we're playing them 4 times, that we're playing all these other teams. I think it's going to reset the barometer of rugby a little bit. I think they're going to go, oh shit.
Proper world rankings, you know?
Yeah, they're going to go, oh shit, New Zealand have still bloody got it. And there's going to be this mutual respect that I think a lot of the fans, certainly in South Africa, lost a little bit because, I'm glad it's all been brought into a little bit of equilibrium, you know? And like you say, it's going to be 4-0.
Yeah, mate. At least 3-0.
Do you actually think that?
I think it's going to be a whitewash in South Africa. I mean, Baltimore, I just want to have it sewn up in Africa. That's my thing. And I feel like that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal for this management group. I feel like that's what they've set out to do from the get-go.
They seem very
take
driven
no prisoners.
For it.
Let's just fucking keep building, and just crush it step by step.
Yeah, and Ardie,
I feel like it's meticulously. I feel like the All Blacks game plan and selections and everything is meticulously planned out. Whereas I feel like South Africa is just like a little bit all over the place.
Well, it is.
What's happened basically is both teams have gone to the supermarket and done a weekly shop. Dave Rennie and Ted and Neil and Mike and Jason, they've all unpacked the groceries as a team, put everything together in the right place. Everyone knows where everything is. I feel like the Russie and the South African management, they've just left everything in the bags and they're just taking things out as they need them.
And they've gone off and just started playing PlayStation without unpacking the groceries.
And it's the height of summer and the butter's melted at the bottom of the bag, you know.
Yeah, they haven't put the ice cream away.
Yeah,
and so it refreezes and gets all frosty on top.
It gets all icy. Yeah, exactly. Mate,
they've gone. Oh fuck! The groceries are still out.
Someone's opened a bag of chicken chips. The ripples, and then just left it in there, and they've all gone stale after a few hours. Too much.
No one's closed the packet.
No one's closed it, mate.
Yeah, it's true. Whereas the All Blacks have neatly packed everything away in the pantry, and they've got so much downtime. They've already packed up the togs, and they're off to the beach in the car.
To the beach with a little chili, with some pre-cut cheeses and a little cracker and a little hummus pot
and a few almighty blood oranges.
With just a beer each, just to really take the edge off around 3 p.m. in the sun.
Did you see Russie smashing a beer in the press conference?
Oh, I saw him smashing a DC.
He's just punching a Castle Lager in the press conference. I love that, man. Oh yeah, the guy loves the drink.
Yeah, but this is it. Like he's just getting away with murder.
Funny. It's brilliant. I love it.
He's become a character more than he's become a coach. I feel like he's a character within South Africa.
That is interesting that you say that. Yeah, he has become sort of the personality of Springbok rugby. Because if you actually look across the board in the team, there's not that many standout personalities in the Springboks team. They're all kind of like big Frankenstein's monsters.
Khaleesi kind of was for a while.
But he's kind of gone because he's unfortunately very injured. But it's an interesting observation. You go, Russie is kind of that guy, whereas Rennie is very much like, don't look at me, don't talk about me, let's talk about the players. I don't know. It is a different approach. You're so right. Russie has become the Springboks.
He's the face. He's the face.
He's the enemy
rugby.
that we are fighting, isn't it? Yeah,
That's
he's
why we
the
always
general.
talk about him. We hardly
He's
even
like
talk about the players.
he's like Rommel. It's like how people talked about Rommel in the desert in 1942. You know, it's like he has become synonymous with the enemy. Yeah, it's so funny, Russie, and he probably loves it.
He does. This is it.
He
That's what I
loves
mean.
it.
He's the ego man. Done fucking amazing
Good on
things
him.
for that South African rugby though.
Oh,
Russell
mate, has
Erasmus,
he?
And for
Has
world
he
rugby.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What do you think?
Is his tenure as the leader of the greatest team in the world about to end?
Well, I'm just wondering about the tenure of South African rugby in general, not for the rest of this tour, but if you look at that team, I ask you a question: that team that played on the weekend, do you see that team being in peak performance mode next year at the World Cup? Oxen Chair, Malcolm Marx, Wilco Lou,
maybe you don't. Maybe a couple of those players will probably maybe disappear before the finals in the World Cup next year.
You know, have they reached their peak? Is what I'm saying.
No,
because
think
if you look at the All Blacks, we look like we're going like this, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah,
but also, I don't know, man. You've always got players that are coming in and coming out, you know.
For sure. But is that the problem?
And Aussie's proven that they do have a lot of depth. They're blooding a lot of players this year, more than anyone else.
I know, but I think that might be could be the downfall. Just the random chucking in of combinations that haven't been together before. I wonder whether that is playing, like you say, it's the groceries a little bit, you know. It's like, where's the order to putting the shopping away here, mate?
Razzie's not answering to anyone.
Yeah.
He is South African rugby.
He's gone rogue.
Yeah,
he's like Hitler in the bunker in the last days.
He's a dictator. He's no longer the leader and the chairman. You know, everyone's just terrified of him.
Yeah. In fact, someone should, if they haven't already, someone should definitely be subtitling that Hitler scene from the movie Downfall with Russie. You know, the one that they did for all the sporting teams. You know, when he's losing it in the room. That's genius.
Do we need to get Tony Brown out? Is he safe?
I don't think Tony Brown's that safe. In fact, it's funny.
He's going,
you don't hear from him that often. I wonder if he's kept like captive in a cell or something.
In a cage.
Like, do they keep him? Yeah, and they sort of fatten him up.
No, and they do experiments
feed him
on his
little
brain.
nips of brain.
They just do all these experiments to try and milk the All Blacks tactics out of his brain, his DNA.
Yeah,
they talk about the All Blacks DNA. They're like literally trying to clone Tony Brown, and like they've got a team in a lab.
He always looks a little bit tired. You're thinking maybe that's all the sedatives they give him.
Like and also they're just taking so much of his. They're taking so much of his blood. Yeah, it's just anemic.
Are they vampires? Maybe I've often wondered that.
They're trying to figure out what All Blacks, because we constantly talk about All Black DNA. They're trying to figure it out.
They're actually literally trying to harvest his DNA and go, well, we got him to talk about it for a bit and share his stories, but that's not enough. We need to actually get his blood. We need to get the fabric of his being.
Apparently TB was behind the silence thing with the haka as well. No, Tony Brown.
Oh.
He was talking about how much, you know, it's not about the opposition being scared by the haka anymore. It's about like amping up your own team.
Of course.
Which is fair.
Yeah,
I love it. It's good.
Sense
it's
of
good. Of a reason for a haka, but
no, but it's good for them to it's good for them to learn a little bit about the reason we do it. You know, people think it's like this arbitrary little ceremony we do at the start of games. It's like, come on, guys, look into the history of it a little bit. Yeah, fucking yarpies.
Well, I mean,
what an exciting time.
What do we want the second? I mean, what do we need to talk about the Lions? I mean, I think it's going to be an opportunity for a couple of players to maybe.
Mate, I think with that All Blacks team, it's a very well foregone conclusion. I think it's going to be an absolute hiding.
It's an interesting team.
Yeah, it's an amazing team.
All eyes will be on Mo'unga.
Boden Barrett and Mo'unga playing together in those positions for the first time since the World Cup final. Yeah. You got Hotham coming back, and now Hotham is a player, actually, back to your previous question, that could play his way into a 23. Because for me, you've got Preston, you've got Roygaard, then you've got everyone else down here, and Preston for me is the one that's taking the claim at the moment, but I'd love to see what Hotham does, because maybe he'll put his hand up.
I'm thinking Cortez might be back ready for the second test, right?
Yeah, I think they're playing Preston. Mate, they're playing Preston over Cortez by choice, are they not?
No. Injury.
Is he injured?
Injury, yeah, for sure. He got injured in the
that's right,
that last game against the
Blues.
It's
still very maybe he's the one to watch for me actually out of the Lions game is Noah Hotham. I want to see what he does, especially because he's back in the pairing lineup with Mo'unga.
Rico is another one.
Well, he's there.
I know, so he wasn't in the 23 for the first test.
I wasn't in the 23, no.
And that was my prediction with old Leroy Carter, which I think was a genius stroke. Dave really loves Leroy.
Of course he does. I mean, mate, what's not to love? We love Leroy. You know, he's a great player.
Hey, in other news,
exciting.
Ranfurly Shield is on the move again. Northland did what the Bay of Plenty could not do, and have taken the fucking Shield. And
they have done it for the first time since 1979.
What a couple of seasons for that Shield.
Yeah,
it's
mate.
Really reignited the passion behind the Ranfurly Shield.
Well, I think the NPC has reignited somewhat across the board. Like it's just great. The fact that you've got teams like Northland being a little bit more competitive, counties were a little bit more competitive last year. It's awesome. Otago even being back, at the top. Obviously they're really having a tough time of it in Super Rugby. But as a NPC franchise, they're incredible. Hang on, I'm just going to adjust this camera.
But I guess that's what happens when you take 44 players out of the mix, when you take them to South Africa. I mean, usually you wouldn't be taking that many players away, so you probably got 10 or so All Blacks or fringe All Blacks that are actually not in the country anymore. It just gives a lot more opportunity for these other sort of fringe players to come in and make their mark. Maybe some franchises that don't normally stand up when there's a bit more sort of higher end quality around at those bigger teams.
Yeah. It was exciting. I'll tell you who's not having a good NPC.
Wellington.
Oh my God, mate. Unbelievable.
4 from 4, right?
4
losses
from 4
on the trot.
and hidings, mate. Yeah, it's pretty tough to watch, I got to say.
Mate,
as
has
a
anyone
fan.
Has anyone checked in on Dupes?
Mate, I don't know how Dupes is feeling, but not getting selected and then taking 4 on the trot is a tough.
He's basically what a fall from grace. He's won the Hurricanes with the Hurricanes. He's won the Super Rugby competition.
Yeah,
co-captaining. On cloud 9, he's taken out his boat the night of. He had a little bit of a sesh with Geordie Barrett.
He's had some weed. He's caught a couple of a late night snapper.
He's just been in like the best mood of all time, probably in his career, and he's like looking at like the All Blacks selections, going, "This is it. This is me. This is my time. I'm going to South Africa."
I mean, why wouldn't you think it?
All of a sudden, he is bloody 4 losses on the trot with the Wellington Lions. It's got to be tough. Mate. He's got to be looking at those international offers, I think. Dupes.
Definitely, mate.
I'm sure there's going to be a couple of little carrots being dangled in front of his face.
And do you know what? He'll have an absolute blinder of a time, and he'll earn lots of money, and all power to him. But do you know what? I think Dupes has got a little more staying power. I think he's determined enough that he'll play his way back in. But do you see him being back in there even for the end of year tour?
Yeah, I think that's when we will. You
will see him?
Yeah, I just think he's not the right player for the South African. When you look at
who else will they eject from a 34-man squad to put him in? At this point, it's very hard to see Jacobson. I mean, Jacobson is answering any of his critics. I mean, the guy is a beast. Is a beast. Yeah.
No, but he's just been unleashed. Someone's actually seen what he's good at.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just gone, fucking go for it, mate. Here you go.
I saw someone talking the same about Rico when he's been coming on. It's funny, players just need to be allowed to do what they want to do and they can excel. It's so funny how if a coach basically says, this is how we're going to do it, some players just don't fit within that fabric at all, right?
No, totally.
And they flounder. Whereas Jacobson is a perfect example of who's coming and taking the 7 jersey off Jacobson. Anton Segner could give him a good run for his money. But Segner's also very junior compared to Jacobson. So you go, yeah, it's so good to see. So good to see, mate. We're back.
We're on the way back. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you've got the fish and chips, like they're in the car, like you've picked them up.
Yeah,
but you're not quite. You've still got a 10-minute, 15-minute journey home, and there is
exactly.
a risk that they go
and
cold.
you don't want any hiccups. There's a risk they're going to get cold, and there's a risk if the fish and chip shop hasn't stabbed the top and let an adequate enough amount of steam out. The shit's going to go soggy.
They're going to go soggy. Yeah, and that is the biggest mistake. You think you're going to enjoy a lovely meal. Everyone's a bit too excited about it.
You want to make
sure
get
the chips home.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you're taking the right turnoffs. Taking the right shortcuts. Not making sure that you're going fast enough where you're not missing the lights, but also not too fast where you're going to get a ticket or get pulled over and waste a good 5-10 minutes getting a ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, the biggest watch out, if you've been doing all of this in a hurry, is that you get home, you pop it on the bench, you flop open the paper, and you realise you've got the wrong order. And you've taken home Sharon's deep-fried oysters as opposed to your crab stick.
That would be a nice surprise, mate.
That would be a good
fried
surprise
oyster.
for you.
Yeah.
Of course you don't,
Everyone's getting a bit of shark, a bit of gurnard. If someone's pulling off, if someone's getting a half a dozen oysters, mate. Someone's getting a half a dozen oysters. You're doing well in life, aren't you,
mate? What was your order when you were young? What was because everyone did the same order all the time, right? You just always had your order.
Battered fish, 3 oysters, and a squid ring.
Yes, mine was a crumbed fish, a crab stick, and 2 squid rings.
The crab stick. Dude,
I love a crab stick, mate.
You know what? I never got into.
I love surimi. What?
I never got into the fucking sweets, like the deep fried Mars bar.
Oh no, mate, they're too much. They're too much. You feel absolutely ruined afterwards.
Yeah, you're 2 days on the loo.
Oh God,
yeah, it's.
They always give it to you in that separate white little bag.
Oh, yeah, of course, because they know it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, be careful with this.
Yeah, watch out, mate. Don't let this near any of the other stuff.
I've got to say,
don't let the kids see this.
You got to do it once. Everyone's got to do it once. It's a hell of a thing.
You know what you got to do once? The deep fried wheel of camembert.
Oh yeah. Oh mate,
have you had that?
That's another thing. Yeah. Oh, beautiful,
mate. I'm fucking hungry now. I got to go home.
Yeah, I'm hungry now too.
I'd like a slice of pizza or something.
I'm sorry, we've kind of ended this podcast just sharing our a slice of pizza.
I've got some cold pizza in the fridge, mate.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I might actually go get some fish and chips. It's a bit early in the morning for that.
Nah, mate, nothing better than a lunchtime fish and chipper. Nothing better.
Oh, you're right. Hey, well done, All Blacks. You've done us proud with a gargantuan effort at Ellis Park. Let's do it again in Cape Town, eh?
Yeah, do it again. Look after your bodies. I think there's probably going to be a couple of little, obviously we've got Josh Lord and De Groot under Andrew Clark. But hopefully, everyone else pulls up all right. Interesting that Cheslin Colby hasn't been selected because of injury.
No, I know.
Do you reckon he's out for the tour?
No, I just think they need to rest him at least for this week, right? Obviously, it's enough of a niggle that he needs to sit.
Don't say that.
Come on. Hey, but Ethan Hook is a good player. And let's not forget he was on the field doing some amazing stuff in Wellington when they smashed us over here. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. Oh God, all right. It's so exciting. All right, we'll see you at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Or a lovely leisurely
10 a.m.
breakfast, 10 a.m. for 8 a.m., isn't it?
Oh, yeah, 8 a.m.
Come on, mate.
No, I think the 10 a.m. is the Lions game.
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
Tomorrow at 10,
I'm just going to roll out of bed. Because Grace is back from Canada.
Stay in bed.
No, yeah. So I'll give her a sleep, and I'll go whip up some pancakes for her. Hey.
Oh God, you live the life.
9:45. I'll nudge her. I'll have the coffee on.
Nudge her.
Hey, babe. Here's a tray of pancakes for you.
All right. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. Guru. Jesus Christ.
Super smack. Now bugger off. I'm watching the All Blacks. Get out. Eat your pancakes and get out.
Can you go eat them in the lounge?
Yeah.
Fuck off. I want the bed.
No, I want to watch it in the lounge.
Oh, sorry.
Bit of sound.